Alright guys, we're back with the Battle of the Conquerors, and this one we're going to be doing Lepanto on. Lepanto is widely regarded as the hardest of this campaign, and pretty much for good reason, because it is very difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Now, on hard, is it hard or hardest? No, it's just hard. Basically, Lepanto is pretty much a nightmare, I believe. I've never played it on hard. I did play it on hard just to see how fucked I would get. And yeah, it pretty much kicked my ass. I should be able to handle medium if I do it in a certain way. Now, the last two scenarios in this campaign are actually quite a bit easier. Kyoto and Noryang Point, so I shouldn't have any trouble with those. This is pretty much going to be the most difficult, though it is very easy to exploit the AI, which should help me win this scenario with relative ease. Or at least I hope so. So, without further ado, here's Lepanto.
The steady splashing as the oars of 200 ships strike the water drowns out all other sound. The most powerful fleet ever assembled by Don Juan of Austria and his allies in Venice sails under the burning light of dawn towards a final encounter with the Ottoman Turks. The Turkish army has greatly expanded its empire, adding North Africa and Mesopotamia to the Turkish holdings in Anatolia, but has finally been turned back by a staunch defense of Hungary. Undaunted, the Turks turned their attention to the Mediterranean, where they intended to break the Christian naval powers of Venice and Spain. Now, 230 rowed galleys and 6 heavy galleasses lumber into the Bay of Lepanto to meet the 270 galleys of the Turkish fleet. The ships draw up with scarcely 5 miles separating the distance between them. A storm of arrows darkens the sky, and the drone of splashing oars is finally drowned out by the thunder of cannon.
So in this scenario, we're going to be playing as the Spanish, and we're going to be trying to take out the Turkish fleet and basically build a wonder and defend it. And so yeah, the Turkish fleet is amazing. You start out with a pretty good fleet, but you're going to be on the back burner this entire scenario. You're going to be defending a lot. There's also the Greek village, which will give you some resources and stuff like that, but you don't get to ally with them until you build your wonder. So don't even go near them, because they will attack you. They are neutral. I don't think they'll attack you with any units, but yeah. So I'm just going to start this and try and do things as quickly as I possibly can. So the wonders.
Hundreds of Turkish ships out there. We don't have the numbers to go offensive, so we should just keep their galleons and transports at bay.
Alright, so I'm pretty much going to bring out villagers here to go on the gold. Building fast fire ships. I'm going to put all these guys in the wonder immediately. You can kind of do it so that I'm going to bring these demo ships out here. No. Okay. I thought they were going to attack that fishing ship. Right, these onagers can just kind of sit around here. They don't really need to do that much. Those transport ships are probably going to be pretty useless, unfortunately. And we're going to bring a couple more onagers down here. Yeah, here. Alright, so basically what will happen is they will come at you with a pretty big force. I'm going to make as many villagers as I can immediately. And you're going to have to deal with their navy. So I would suggest building as many fire ships as you can. And I'm getting out some gold miners now. Alright, so what I would do here is I would start building a wall here. I would build it like this, and then I'm going to divide it down here. So yeah, so I can still get out here. So yeah, so I'm going to start building here.
Why did our brilliant leaders insist on building the wonder so close to the shoreline?
Alright, so it's about this time that the fleet will start to come out at you, I believe. So obviously we will want to, and I'm going to divide this up. there is a lot of cannon galleons they come out with, but this is pretty much the biggest assault that you'll have to deal with them. It's also probably the time when you have the most ships, so that helps as well. So I'm just going to start building a wall here, dividing up these sections. They should just come towards the Wonder. There we go. Alright, so here we go. Now they are starting to come at us, I believe. We're going to keep these ships over here. The demo ships are going to take out the cannon galleons for us. Or at least I hope so. Alright, so this guy is going to go up here. And just go and wall this section off here. And that is the ships coming at us now. So we are going to quickly come at them. It's just a galleon here. I'm not going to worry about them. Now, of course, you do have the Spanish ships here. So the cannon galleons are very good. But they do have a lot of their own cannon galleons here. So I would just take out as many of these cannon galleons with these ships, heavy demo ships, as you can. I assume they were heavy demo ships. Then there's one more ship right there, and that should be fairly easy to take out now. Alright, so after you're done, you should really just corral back, and your fishing ships? Fire ships should be done about then, and we are still getting one more villager over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a wall right here. I don't need these parts here. So the most important part is actually... okay, never mind. I would say the most important part is kind of making sure that you can keep your keep transport ships from landing. So I'm getting a lot of gold right now, and there is a reason for doing that, and that should be the last villager that we need. Obviously you can send some onto lumber as well, because that's something you'll also need, but the people who are on your Wonder should pretty much take care of that as well. Alright, so the thing that you should start doing is actually building a wall. I'm actually going to do it from this side so I don't get trapped in. So I'm going to start, move over a bit, there we go. Right, so start building walls over there so you can kind of stall them when they come. It's going to be very useful for you to do so. I would put these guys on stand ground and kind of try to like blockade any transports coming. So I'm going to say like this is probably good or something. Maybe bring these guys up a bit so they don't get too close to landing, and bring you over here. Okay, so can I make another fast fire ship here? Yes. So just make fast fire ships when you can. You can also see that they might try to land here as well. Alright, so that is some more. So let's get some more walls coming. You have a bit of stone when you're starting out, not that much. You probably want to get some lumber, but you probably don't want to get it from here because it's a bit close, honestly. But it'll do for now, so let's put these guys on stand ground again, because I made an R1. You don't really want to get any upgrades, and I wouldn't make any land units, personally. Okay, this Wonder should be built very soon.
The Wonder is complete. Now, we just need to defend it.
Alright, so they pretty much, I think that actually triggers their attack, and you pretty much just got to defend the Wonder for 200 years, which is actually quite a long amount of time with the assault they send, but 200 years is not long compared to what you would need to defend normally. I mean, is a Wonder 250 years? I can't even remember. But the problem is they might have cannon galleons that might go and attack, and they might unload
Turkish transports.
Yeah.
Don't let them land.
So they might unload some transports at you as well. You have to actually research cannon galleons, which is a lot of work, so I wouldn't even bother with it. But you'll notice that the Spanish cannon galleons are very good at pretty much taking out anything. And these fast fire ships will actually destroy the transports before they get to land anywhere near. So that's always good. Now the problem is with this scenario is you're going to have to forfeit this right side of your base, because this is just going to get overrun so quickly that you're not going to be able to do anything about it. But as long as you build a massive wall like I am right now, you should be okay. Just keep building that wall. They'll probably start sending out their attacks pretty soon. I don't know if keeping siege onagers here is a great idea because it might hit my ships, but we're going to do it anyway. Now, at some point the Greek village should ask you for an alliance. You can give them the gold before then, but they won't actually ally with you until you've until they give you the message, basically. Let's go and put the wall in there. So yeah, I'm just making like the biggest wall ever. You can see they're neutral, but they won't actually attack you. And here comes a bit of a attack right here. Okay, the onager's doing something. Okay, let's get the onager doing stuff, doing more stuff. Okay. Obviously, you have some bombard cannons to defend as well, which is quite useful if they do actually get troops here. And I believe that is it.
I do not think we would fare well under Turkish rule. If you tribute to us 800 gold, we will ally with you instead. It is prudent for us to join forces against the Turks. You may mine gold from our villagers on islands, and we will tribute you what we can spare.
Alright, so this villager was taken out, unfortunately, which means I'm gonna have to move all this this chopping to somewhere else. Now, I did ally with actually, I could move down there. You could get more stone, but I don't know. I'll just make it there for now. So what they'll do is they'll actually be more interested in taking down your town centre and stuff, but you don't give a crap about that. They can take down your town centre all you want. You're just worried about them landing you pretty much over here near your wonder. You might get landed over here a bit, so you should probably try and watch out for that. I'm going to keep building fire ships. Now, there is a point where you might want to use your market to get 500 food. I'll do that now. I don't think I have enough gold. Or is it wood it needs? Yeah. Okay, I just need to chop down a few more trees. Now, the Greek village will actually give you some resources over here. If you want to chop down stuff. Or, mine stuff here. It's not really necessary, but you can use it if you need it. And as you can see, the AI is pretty dumb in this mission if you wall up a lot over here. Let's get Cannon Galleon. You can get Elite Cannon Galleon as well. Alright. The Greeks won't actually really do much for you. They just kind of give you resources. I assume you can go and take the gold over here as well if you want. You honestly have way too much gold anyway on the scenario just from this pile over here. So I would say it's not even really that needed. Do they have any... They have a lot of trees over here you could go and get. I'll just stick with this right now, but we could go for some of that. But the number one thing that you should be doing in this scenario is making ships. The navy is so important in this scenario, and if you don't make a navy, you will lose. You will lose. So, yeah. Obviously, the navy is the most important part about the scenario. You can get two-man saw if you want, maybe. But gold and wood are your most important resources here. You can get some food, I guess. I believe the Greek villages will occasionally tribute you food. And you might get hit by some ships on your resource points, but that's fine. Even if the villagers die, you really have enough resources at the start to make a pretty good navy. Now on moderate, they won't use... Oh, there go the transports. In moderate, they won't use a massive amount of their transports. They actually start out with a lot more, but they won't use all of them. So we're going to get Elite Cannon Galleon now. I assume the ones I'm making are just normal Cannon Galleons. Yeah, they are. I cannot make another one. Alright, so now there's one transport that has troops and there's one that does not. We're going to get the one that does. Sometimes they just send empty transports at you for some reason. I assume to pick up more of their troops, but they're going the wrong way. Alright, so apparently that's not going to work, so we're going to put that over there instead. and that should work. I mean, I'll just steal the resources, whatever. It's fine. Let's move them over a bit. And over a bit. Alright, so they will be trying to take down your walls here, but you can see that we still have like 87 years, and there's no way they're going to be able to take down all this stuff. So there we go, we can get some wood there. And mine some stuff there, that's fine. How much is 2-man saw? It is 300 food. So let's buy 300 food and get that. I don't really need it, but I may as well, I guess. So yeah, they do bring cavaliers, they bring a lot of bombard cannons, they bring a lot of these guys with 22 attack. But, you know, you do have fully upgraded walls. Unfortunately, this wall did not make it. If you want, you can bring cannon galleons over here to try and take out some troops, if you want. I don't really know if it's that necessary, but you know what, I'll do it. I wouldn't really make many, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to take stuff out here. Right, so they will occasionally attack your cannon galleons here. 2 shots should actually take them out. Let's try and take out that transport, yes. You can patrol the waters and try to take out all their transports if you want. They occasionally use trebuchets as well, I believe. But their biggest threat that they have is their, oop, almost hit there. Their bombard cannons, as we can see here. That one missed.
Will sink the Turkish fleet to the bottom of the Ionian Sea.
Ah, I lost one of my guys. Alright, let's go and try and take out this last bombard cannon here. Move. And take it out. There we go. I went into the war. So yeah, as long as you take out their bombard cannons, you'll probably be pretty set, honestly. I mean, that is really their biggest threat. Oh, there's another one under that ship there. Could you see it? I couldn't. Go other attack. I should have moved there. Alright, so yeah, I'm just really taking them stuff. Look how much wood and gold I have right now. I just have nothing to spend it on because I'm basically losing houses in town centres and such. So, yeah. Wow, you know, it takes them down to 17 HP, that's pretty crazy. And that should take him out. Move that out. Oh, still got a hit. And that should be all the bombard cannons, really. And pretty much the end of the Turkish threat. So yeah, you can... Wow, I really took that out quickly. You can actually really exploit the AI in this scenario. Just if you kind of focus on defending this with walls and building a fleet so they won't get to disembark here or here. Obviously you can use these... I mean, I lost some onagers, obviously. You can go and destroy their transports if you want. I don't really find it necessary, and I don't believe the Greeks will do anything to help you making any military units, apart from these men-at-arms, which aren't going to do jack. They really just give you this area if you want to use it. But seriously, I still have not ran out of these resources, so it's not really that necessary, I would say. So if you want an easy way to beat Lepanto, here you go. I wouldn't say it's really cheap. I don't think it's like the same as the Lion and the Demon, where you just go and build a wonder on an island and they'll never find you. I think it's just kind of, you know, one of those tricksy things you can do in order to make the scenario a lot easier. So yeah, you can also choose to take out some of the Turks' places. Now, if you ally with the Greeks, you'll actually see part of the Turkish base. It's not fun. You don't ever want to go near it, and there's no way you'll be able to take it out. So don't even worry about this side of the map, pretty much. I don't know if there's resources there or something. You can try and take out this keep if you want. It's just a keep, yeah. That's another keep. So if you want to take out... you wouldn't need these resources anyway, but you can take out some of the keeps in case you want to sail up here and take out any transports, because I assume they disembarked. Yeah, they disembarked here before. But that is it. There's like 3 years left and they're still not anywhere near through my walls. So that is Lepanto, and it can be pretty quick, as we've seen, if you make all your villagers build for the first time you get them.
The heavy Venetian galleasses broke through the Turkish lines and trampled over the smaller ships of the Turks. But there were too few of the galleasses to win the battle on their own. The Spanish and Venetians attempted to grapple and board the Turkish ships, where the superior experience and weapons of the Christian marines could be brought to bear. As the day wore on, the Turkish juggernaut began to run out of steam. Scores of Turkish galleys were dashed on the rocks, and others sank to the bottom of the bay. Less than 50 Turkish ships survived the battle. Lepanto was not the climax of the conflict between the Christians and the Turks on the Mediterranean, but it was a turning point. The Turks had difficulty rebuilding their fleet back to its former size, while the Christians continued to update their fleets with the latest technological advancements, ensuring a decisive military advantage for further encounters on the high seas.
And that is how you win Lepanto, and now we have the wonder music. It only took me 24 game minutes to do that. It's a very quick scenario if you build the wonder straight away. Now, the thing is, the wonder actually, I think, triggers their assault. So you can actually leave it for a while and then build the wonder later on if you want to make a navy up or something. I wouldn't focus on getting food or stone at all. I mean, a castle's not really going to do that much for you, because of all the bombard cannons they have. But if you could take out all the bombard cannons like I eventually did with cannon galleons, then maybe a castle would help you out actually beating this more conventionally. But I just like to stay back and get wood and gold and just make as many ships as I possibly can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, this scenario is not that bad if you know what you're doing, but it can be a nightmare if you don't. And yep, that's it. That's Lepanto. Obviously, I was doing it on moderate. On hard, they use all of their transport ships, which is a lot. And I heard the developers were even concerned that it might actually lag the game because there were so many units. But because they're on transports, I don't think it does actually lag the game. So that was Lepanto, kind of a weird one, really. It's one of the ones that focus on navy. The Noryang Point is the other one. I don't think Vinland Saga really focused on navy. Well, I guess the way I done it, it didn't really. You could make longboats if you want to have fun with that one. Alright, so next we're going to be taking on Kyoto, which is an interesting one because it's the first time we get to play as the Japanese. And Noryang Point is the first time we get to play as the Koreans, which were one of the factions added in the Conquerors. But first, we're going to take on Kyoto, so I'll see you guys